So Cash App is becoming my #1 go-to exchange. And the reason is because for Bitcoin, there are no fees and there are no spreads, but there's a catch because there's a certain way that you have to do it. So what I'm talking about is, we actually talked about this today on the show. I just wanted to make this like a standalone video. But as you can see here, you can DCA or dollar cost average Bitcoin through the Cash App. And the one caveat is that you can't just buy it as like a one-off. You have to put it in as either a daily or a weekly to get it for no fees and no spreads. And actually, when I did this, I was like, wait a second, this isn't correct, because when I did this on just like one individual, when I bought it, it said there's a fee. And then I figured it out that, oh, when you have to go in there, you have to change the order type to either every day or weekly or bi-weekly or whatever else it is. And then there's absolutely no fees. When I say no fees, and you can buy up to one whole Bitcoin. Today it's around 95K. And you can see right there, the fees are 0. And as far as the spread, it's non-existent, because that's the price that it was today. And that is at that specific time, pretty much in line with what we have on for different exchanges, and then on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. So that pretty much checks out, and it looks pretty good. And also, as a reminder, you can set up buys and sells as a custom purchase order. So like I have some, you could say I'm going to sell Bitcoin at 150,000 and just keep everything on there. Or you want to buy it as it goes down, you say, okay, when it goes to 80,000, give me $100 worth of Bitcoin, whatever else. And you can do that. Or of course, the auto investors make things quite simple. And then also, because there's a question I always get, which is, well, if I'm going to buy this through the app, does the app keep it? Meaning not your keys, not your crypto, or can I take it off? And the answer is, you can take your Bitcoin off of the Cash App, and you can send it to wherever you want to. Whatever your Bitcoin address is, or Lightning invoice, or whatever else it is, you can send it off of the Cash App. So this is a pretty great thing, and I like Kraken. It's been my favorite exchange for quite some time. But for Bitcoin, I mean, no fees and no spreads. What are you going to do? You're going to go to the place that treats you right, and Cash App is looking pretty good. So with Cash App, also, so everybody knows, if they're also doing some things with Solana. And it looks like that even though Jack Dorsey is a huge Bitcoin bull, he's going to be integrating Solana and stable coins into the app coming up. I thought this is a very smart thing to do, which is meeting your customer not where you want them to be, but where they actually are at. So look for that to roll out. Not for sure exactly when it is, but it's looking pretty good. So if you'd like to sign up, great news, you get a whopping $5. There's a link in the description. Or if you're watching on TV right now, you can just scan that Cash App and you get $5 and I get $5 and kumbaya, everybody's happy. And that's what's going on with the Cash App. And lastly, one little caveat, I have to say I'm very impressed with what they're doing, especially for the small business owner. And just like Daniel here says, if you've ever run a retail store, you know what this means, because it looks like for Square, which is also owned by Jack, the Cash App, is that rolled out to all the different merchants across the United States, to where they're actually able to take Bitcoin payments on the Lightning Network and pay 0 fees. If you're a small business, you know that you usually have to pay the fees for Visa and MasterCard, roughly around 3%, 2.99, plus maybe 30 cents per transaction fee. And that's pretty much how it is. But if you're going to open it up for Bitcoin, it's 100% no issue, no fees. Just the person that's paying has to do it. And I think that's a great thing. And then lastly, of course, with all this stuff, that's great. But how do you find these things? I thought this is pretty slick. Is that in the app itself? This is why I think all businesses will do this. Where you say find Bitcoin, you can spend your Bitcoin locally. Now I know some people say, well, I'm not going to ever spend my Bitcoin. Well, I think it's just to support the cause. Why not? And you can find local people, small business owners that have it, like this one at El Barri. And you can go there and pay in Bitcoin and live it up. So I think this is a pretty great thing that Jack is doing. He always thought it was great to be peer-to-peer transactions. But of course, for you, and the big thing is buying Bitcoin, no fees, and no other charges, no spreads. So again, links in the description. Check that out. That's it for today. Thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate you. See you in the next one.